Well, hi everybody, this is DearMamaSal in the kitchen. So, I just realized that I am being a bozo. I mean, more so than usual, because what I realized I can do, and I didn't realize it before, is, let me just take this up. What I didn't realize before was that, of course, I can bring my tablet into my kitchen and listen or watch videos while I'm cooking. And I don't know why I never thought of that before. So, I know some of you got this down to a fine art. I was watching Benji looking after Juliana whilst watching videos. And I'm actually just looking at my own cupboards behind me. They're looking quite good, aren't they? Yeah, great improvement. Anyway, so I thought, boy, why don't I take my tablet that spends half its time, in fact more than half, so much of its time, sitting doing absolutely nothing, and what I need to do is bring it into the kitchen so that I can watch videos while I cook. I don't know why I never thought about that before, because I'm stupid, yeah. Okay, I got that. So anyway, it's now Friday afternoon, and I've just put up 3 videos for today, so about the last thing that I should be thinking about is putting up another video. But you know me, that's what I'm thinking about. So what I'm going to do is cook something, and I've just thought about the fact that I'm not sure. I guess I could upload the videos directly from here to YouTube, yeah. I don't know, I guess I must have done that before, because the whole reason I got the tablet was that my other laptop died, and while I was trying to get it fixed, I bought the laptop, if you remember. I mean the tablet. So we know it must upload directly onto YouTube, otherwise I would have been completely stuck, which I wasn't. Okay, so we can do that. By the way, I did some fun things today. Let me see if I can see this here. I'll get some light going. Oh, not really what's called brilliant light. But under here, first of all, I was making myself some iced tea. I just had this teapot outside all day, and just had it filled up with such a pretty teapot, don't you think? Can you see that? Yep. Anyway, but this is what I wanted to show you. This is the bread I cooked today. I know, it looks good, huh? So I'm hoping that it's going to taste absolutely wonderful. And I'm so used to having my camera. Oops, I'm not used to having a tablet and trying to take pictures with a tablet. Anyway, so that's it, and that was the tea. The other thing I also know is that I really have to tidy up bits before I start videotaping around. And it's so funny because I'm sitting here looking at my kitchen thinking, because people are really interested in what I've been doing for the Rinners. This was, I think I did tell you about this before, but this was my cheap solution to losing a lot of my cupboard space. And I want to tell you from my experience now, this has worked really well. And as you will see, it's the same doodads that I've got up the top here. Let's see if I can give you a closer look at those. Not really. Okay. But you see, they're just all those black boxes. And I've been picking those up 2 at a time when I go and do my shopping at Safeway, because I have them at Safeway. Now, the interesting thing is that on the side, I'll show you that, you know, they've got all the Safeway stuff. But you only see that if you pull them out. So, and if you were really fussy, you could just paint that over with black, and black Sharpie or black paint. Nobody'd ever know. But it really is a very cheap solution for getting, as you can see, a really nice look in a kitchen if you don't have a lot of money, which I didn't, and don't, and probably never will again. No, don't think like that, Sal. Okay, in the meantime, however, as usual, I wonder if you can see that far. No, maybe not. Yes, there he is. Oops. Waiting patiently round the corner. Here's Bean Bean. Say hello, Bean Bean. That's a good boy. Yeah, who's that, Bean? Do you want a cookie? Okay. Hang on, I'll give you a kibble. There you go. Kibble's not quite the same as a cookie, is it? And I did say I'd give her one. Hang on. It means I've got to open the packet. Wait. I mean, that would not be fair. Okay, so there we go. Are you ready? Do you want one? Come on. Good boy. There you go. Okay. So it's pretty dark in there, isn't it? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook some and maybe share it with you, or maybe not, depending on how I feel and how it turns out. Nah, I'll probably share it with you. Alright, so I'll get stuff ready and then I'll come back to you. Bye for now. The other thing I wanted to remind you of is that I live on my own, so whenever I do cook, which isn't necessarily that often, a couple of times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, what I always do is cook one and cook a second one. In other words, cook enough for 2 meals at a time so that I cook one, freeze one. And the freeze one is part of my lunch during the week or my dinner if I come home too tired to cook. So just get into that. If you live on your own, it's a really good habit to get into if you don't necessarily cook every night, which I just don't seem to have time for all the time. So I cook one, freeze one. Obviously, having fresh cooked food every night would be much better, but I'm too busy doing other things half the time. So that's the way that I do it. Okay, well, the first thing that I like to do if I'm making a quick snack type meal is I like to pick up some of these noodles. They're rice noodles rather than egg noodles, so they're better for me. I think they're rice noodles anyway. Up there. Pretty sure they are. They do still have eggs in them. I'll pretend I didn't read that. Okay, I always thought they were rice noodles. Totally wrong. Got quite a few of them. I'm going to use them up. Anyway, so that's the first thing. So they're really easy to cook. You just literally put them in some boiling water for a couple of minutes and they're done. And so I like to do that first so that they're ready. So that's what I'm going to do. Hang on a second. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, while those noodles are cooking, or before they're cooking, I'm going to throw a little bit of mild curry powder into the water, just to give those noodles a bit of a kick. I'm not a big curry fan, but it certainly does make an interesting taste if you just want to change the taste up a little bit. So I don't do anything else but just throw maybe about a teaspoon or so into the water, and that will permeate into the noodles and give it a completely different taste. So I'm going to go and do that. So I've just turned those noodles off and I'm just about to rinse them. I had them on there for just about 4 minutes, that was all. Actually, I have to say that next time I do this, I'm definitely bringing my camera because I like it much better when I can see what I'm showing you. So I've just dropped the noodles in. Can you see that? I don't think you can. As I said, next time I'm definitely bringing my camera. Anyway, so I've just dropped the noodles into the water, and we're going to let those boil a bit. And I'm just seeing what the time is. It's 7:12, so I'll let you know. I'm trying to find what I did with my... There we go. Looking for my trusty wooden spoon. They actually don't take very long to cook, and you don't want to overcook them. And already they are just cooking up beautifully. So, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So remember that I've got a little bit of curry powder in the water just to add a bit of oomph. And 2 things. It depends actually how much you put in. I don't put in very much because I have a sensitive stomach. But if you want to have make it colouring, and I do it with rice as well, if you want to make rice yellow, of course, you just throw in some curry powder when you're cooking. Put curry powder into the water, and it'll turn the rice yellow. It'll also give the rice a nice flavour. So easy, quick ways to just change the same meal, but just make it taste different for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here so that I can get on with doing the next step. And as some of you already know, I normally do my my vegetable shopping at the weekend. The reason I do that is because most stores expect to have high turnover of vegetables for the weekend, so it's inclined to be fresher, in my view. So I'm going to be doing that sometime tomorrow, probably when I come back from having my hair cut. So I'm busy trying to use up what vegetables I have, so that that's not wasted, but on the other hand, also that it doesn't go off. So I always try and do that at the end of the week. So I've had those carrots cooking for quite a while now, and I'm now going to add the other vegetables that I have chopped up, the leeks, celery. Now why leeks and not onions? Because I ran out of onions. And I didn't have any frozen, which is unusual. So and one of the really things I like, really nice things about leeks is they give a totally different flavour. It's a sort of onion taste, but it's not quite. So they make a really nice taste, but also they look so pretty in stir-fry type stuff. Because they're rings, they're rings of onion, if you like. So, and you're going to say onion rings, I know. It's different, you'll see. And then also what I'm using up are obviously limes and some leftover lemons. So I'm going to put that all in the sauce that I'm going to put on top of it. Now what I'm going to do is really cheat that completely because I'm lazy. And so I'll have some soy sauce, probably a little bit of honey, to make it sort of sweet and sour, because I've got the lemon and lime juice in here, and maybe a bit of plum sauce. Just mix it all up and make my own little sauce to go over the top, and that'll be my meal, and it'll taste great. Okay. So here are my vegetables cooking really nicely, and as you can see, the 3 different colours of peppers, some leeks, the carrots, and celery. So a nice mixture of different vegetables to give it flavour, and they don't take very long to cook up either. So I'm just going to mix up now the sauce, just let this finish cooking, and by then I think everything will be cooked. How about that? Nice and quick. Okay, I decided I wanted a sweet and sour taste, so I'm also going to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Why not? Well, it's me, and I sort of cook on the fly, and so I've decided if I'm going to add a sweet and sour taste, then I should add a bit of pineapple. So I buy my pineapple just in these small little containers, the snack size ones, so that when I suddenly feel like doing that, I can do it. So what I'm going to do is just throw that in with my vegetables that are nearly cooked, and that'll just heat it up. And also it'll give it some of that juice, that sweet juice. Smells good already. Hang on a second there. Okay guys, what did I do with my wooden spoon? Gotta go find that. So 2 things here. Number 1, I haven't used the lemon or the lime, because for some reason I'm going this route, and I don't quite know why. The other thing is that I do this, and I'm not sure if everybody does, but I always rinse off anything that's a pasta type thing, noodles or macaroni or anything that has sort of that sort of feel to it, to just get rid of the extra starch. It's quite surprising how much starch actually comes off when you do that. So it just, every little bit helps, I guess. So the vegetables and the pineapple are looking really good. I'm now going to add the noodles to this. And I don't know why, but I'm also going to... Okay, so the noodles are on top. They look good. Hang on, I'll show you in just a sec. Okay, so the noodles are on there as well now, and I'm just going to mush all those around. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you is I'm also going to, if I can get the angle right, add an egg. And the egg just gives it that extra bit of sort of Chinesey feel to it. So the first thing I'm going to do, again, is find the right angle. And I'm just going to cook up the egg a little bit, but in the meantime, I'm just going to move all the vegetables around a bit. And I'm just going to coat the noodles a little bit with the egg. I definitely won't be using the laptop for doing this sort of stuff again. Okay, so now we've got the egg and the noodles. And I just let those noodles get a little bit crunchy. Oh, the vegetables. Oh, this is looking definitely well worth it. Now remember, this is 2 meals for me, not 1. So, okay, I'll let that cook while I just do the next thing, which is, I have here, well, you definitely can't see that. Let me go to some light here. Okay, maybe you can. So in here, there you go. I've got the mixture of soy sauce and that sort of stuff, and I'm just going to quickly zap that in the microwave, just enough to warm it up, that's all. And so, can I get that picture or not? Yep, I think so. Okay, so there's my meal, and I'm just going to open up the microwave. Maybe I should have put the lights on. And I'm just going to pour some of the goodies over the top. So I've done that. And the rest we're going to put over here, because when I finish my meal, we're going to take what is left here. I'm just not good with it. I think it's the arthritis in my hands. I can't hold the tablet properly. But I'm going to take what's left and put it in a container ready for freezing. And that is just a quick little meal, which hopefully is going to taste great.